Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where today we're going to be recapping the price action from Thursday, April 23rd, where I managed to take a small loss of half an hour and wasn't overall a great day to be honest. So jumping straight into it, from the daily chart we can see that we're just above all-time highs and we're still pushing up. Wednesday closed very bullish and I was not really coming into the day with any sort of bias. You can see that on the 7-hour chart NQ was just dipping its toes into this fair value gap and potentially looking to push higher, where we have all of these low resistance liquidity left behind. But if you take a look over at AES and YM, you can see that they were more bearish than NQ, and by that I didn't really have a solid bias going into the day. I've only seen this potential long to all of these stacked highs close to 930, but I didn't really want to take this because we just left these equal lows like this. They were not SMT'd or anything like that, so this was just open liquidity waiting to be taken, and the price just started grinding up, and you can see that we have a strength switch here where you can see that right here the highest candle for YM is the 1045 candle, and you can see that YM was kind of the leading asset to the upside up until now, where you can see that NQ had these two very bearish candles and YM was just pushing higher. So this is when I was looking to take shorts, when we had this SMT like this, and we can see that after making this high and tapping into this liquidity here, NQ started making its way down, and here I was so interested in taking this trade on YM. So let's switch them back. So this is YM and NQ is this. So why was I really interested in taking this? You can see that we have SMT and PSP like this with NQ, and because YM was the overall weakest, so we have the SMT pointing in the downwards direction, and you can see where we are in relation to this high. For example, overall YM was the bearish one and our best candidate to take shorts on. The problem was, you can see that the 13 o'clock candle, it basically just opened low, and looking on the 5-minute chart, we can see that we have these fair value gaps here, and I just saw this close so bearish like this, and I was thinking, okay, we have a lot of resting liquidity, so down to here it would be a pretty nice trade to take. But if I would have taken it like this, it was only a 1.5 hour trade, and I was mainly looking to take a 2-hour trade. So what I did was I basically put my limit right at the edge of this inversion fair value gap, and my target was a little bit higher like this. So this was a plus setup. We had a 2-stage cracking correlation. We invalidated this. We have a very short block here. So this is basically trading the continuation down to the downside, and we even have this, but I don't consider these two relatively equal, because this one is not only way back as in time, but also in range. It's we have a much larger range from here than we have like here. So yeah, this was the trade, and I was kind of upset that I've missed this. Could I have jumped in like this with potentially a 2R down to this news low? Maybe. Yeah, I could have taken that, but then I just let price do its thing, and I was looking to take shorts again into these fair value gaps right here. and I got chopped up and took it on NQ. So let's switch them back again, and let me see if the executions come up. And no, they don't, because it's a new day. But my trade was in here. So I've seen that NQ switch strengths with YM once again, and you can see where we are in relation to this low, for example, where we are so much lower on NQ than on YM. And I was waiting exactly for this. So this was basically the continuation. So we have this first CASD here, so the bearish CASD where we closed below this series of up close candles here. We break structure, everything looks nice, and then I just market ordered here, stop on the high, and just target 2R into this fair value gap down here, because I wasn't really looking to trade this back towards the daily open right here. I was more so looking to just close this day fully bearish. But as you can see, I got stopped out pretty quickly. But this trade, I think, was a pretty okay one. Wasn't the greatest because it was taken at 15:30, so just 30 minutes up until quote unquote the close, where liquidity just kind of dies down. But we had this BSB, and yeah, it was a pretty okay trade to take, maybe a C setup or B minus setup. Would I take this with my whole account? No, that's why I just I chose to take it on half the risk. But yeah, this is pretty much gonna be it. Not a great day. I'm just missing a lot. Just missing a lot of trades recently. I am just not in my flow state. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Peace.